Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the City Update. I'm your host, Mark Aaron, Multimedia Design Manager for the City of Danville. Today we're down on Bridge Street for some exciting economic development news. Behind me, the former Diamond headquarters, which has been empty for quite a few years now, but today we are breathing new life into this old structure here on Bridge Street in the heart of the River District here in the City of Danville. The IDA, the Industrial Development Authority, purchased this property and will be leasing space to Averett University and the Danville Regional Foundation. We are so excited to have these two entities joining us in the River District. On today's show, we're going to take you out to a press conference announcing their new home in the former Diamond headquarters. We'll talk to individuals from Averett University and the Danville Regional Foundation about their plans when they move into this new facility. We'll also take you on a short tour with Tim Clark from Blair Construction as they're in the process of remodeling the building as we speak. But first, let's take you out to the ceremony now with Mayor Sherman Saunders.
Welcome and thanks for your presence today. Please say hello to Council Members Buddy Raleigh, do you hear? And Fred Shanks, City Manager Joe King, Deputy Manager David Parrish, and any and all elected officials. This project is a joint effort by the Industrial Development Authority of Danville and Averett University and Danville Regional Foundation. The IDA has purchased the property, is having the building renovated with collaboration from Averett, Danville Foundation. Averett and the Foundation will ultimately pay for the project. Afterward, the ownership will transfer to one or both of the original tenants. It all depends who had the largest checkbook with the fund balance at the end. And we know that's Averett, he. Initial plans for the building include relocation of Averett Graduate and Professional Studies Unit to this site, plus a significantly expanded health sciences academic program. The Danville Foundation will be relocating its headquarters to this building. You will hear more from Carl in a few minutes. The project will make a major contribution to the city's effort to revitalize the River District. It will bring people to Bridge Street both during the day and evening. The building will probably have additional space available for rent beyond what Averett and the Foundation will be using. I'm very pleased to present to you the following speakers in this order. Mr. Richard Turner, Chairman, Board of Directors, Danville Development Authority. Dr. Tiffany Franks, President, Averett University. Dr. Carl Stauber, President and CEO, the Foundation. And Mr. Tim Clark, Vice President of Operations, Blair Construction Company. Mr. Turner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Dr. Franks, Dr. Stauber, and Mr. Clark. On behalf of the members of the authority, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to participate in the project. For without Averett University and the Danville Regional Foundation, we would not be here today. When we started working on this project, what I saw was a building consisting of approximately 140 square feet with some finished office space, but mostly open warehouse and storage space. And the fact that we had two potential tenants that would occupy less than 40,000 square feet of that space. I am a numbers person, and those numbers just didn't work for me. Some weeks ago, I had the opportunity to meet with Tim Clark at this building, and he gave me a tour, floor by floor and almost room by room. His excitement and enthusiasm for the project made the building come alive so that I could see not just an old building with lots and lots of vacant space, but rather a facility that would become a home that any organization would be proud to occupy. I feel very confident when I say this former Diamond Office Warehouse building will become a catalyst for Danville's new River District and set a high standard for future projects and developments in our River District. Again, thank you for providing the idea and opportunity to participate.
I tell you, as I listen to those hammers and drills and all of that, they are truly the sounds of progress. And I know you share our enthusiasm and excitement about what's happening. This is an incredibly exciting project on so many levels. And I first want to welcome our representatives of the media and thank you for being here. Second, I want to express profound appreciation to the city. Mayor Saunders, City Council, Chairman Richard Turner, City Manager Joe King, Jeremy Stratton, and I also want to especially thank the Danville Regional Foundation, Dr. Carl Stauber, and the DRF Board of Directors. This project would never have been possible without the investment and without the collaboration of all three organizations. Now, I want to say just a few words about what this project means to Averett University. 512 Bridge Street, what Averett will refer to as its Riverview campus, is far more than a building that will house our Graduate and Professional Studies program offices for Southern Virginia. It is far more than a building that will house our Expanded Health Sciences Initiative. It's far more than a building that will house our expanded graduate education programs. It is our honor to be here. Averett could have gone anywhere in Danville to lease space to accommodate our academic program expansion. But no other space than this provided us the opportunity to be part of a significant positive change in our region. By expanding and bringing our footprint to the Warehouse District, we're bringing upward of 200 students, faculty, and staff to this area that would not have been here otherwise. And that is just so exciting. The move is truly win-win. We're able to share our resources of our students, our faculty, our staff. We're able to share the resources of a vibrant, growing academic program, and all of this, we believe, can make such a positive difference in the community, all the while that we're contributing to the preservation of a significant and important landmark to our city. You can tell a number of the people in the audience are Averett folks, and we are really excited about the chance to be here in the Warehouse District to be able to enjoy the assets of this area, the distinct assets of the Riverwalk, the Science Center, the Carrington Pavilion, the community market. In fact, our university's new chair of nursing, who was with us a couple of weeks ago interviewing, she was so excited about the possibilities of this space and what it can mean for our health sciences initiative. The bottom line, our move to the Warehouse District is central to our mission, and it's central to our commitment to helping spark economic growth and opportunities that will be transformative to our region. And we hope that by our presence here that others will choose to follow and also invest in the area. Thank you again for everyone who's helping make it possible.
If you haven't noticed, we're in a construction site. So, as Dr. Frank said, this is work in progress with the heavy emphasis on both the work and the progress. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Danville Regional Foundation, I want to thank all of you for coming today. This effort is a great example of the future of our region. Every week, there'll be hundreds of people coming through those doors to get advanced education, to have better jobs, to better serve the people of this region. This project shows how local government can step out of its traditional roles and can fill critical gaps in the economic revitalization of a region. It demonstrates how we can reuse old buildings for new, economically viable purposes. And finally, it shows, as all the speakers so far have talked about, how partnerships get big things done. As we say at the Danville Regional Foundation in our tagline, together we're building a brighter future. Well, this is a perfect example of that brighter future. No single organization could have pulled this off. DRF first looked at this space about 3 years ago and said, it's just way too big. But in cooperation with critical partners, with Averett, with IDA of Danville, with the City of Danville, and DRF, all have created to this effort, and with the great efforts of Blair Construction, all have contributed in ways that have made this a growing bright spot. 512 Bridge Street builds on earlier investments already made in the region. The train station, the Science Center, the Carrington Pavilion. You look along Bridge Street and you see lots of entrepreneurial for-profit companies, and then ultimately the White Mill. These are all examples of that power of bright spots in the River District and throughout the entire region. Imagine a couple of years from now. The River District will be filled with entrepreneurs, with people living in lofts, with families having dinner here, and then getting on their bicycles and riding down the River District Trail. This project with these partners are another critical step in that transformation. Thank you very much for coming.
We're going to do a walking tour of the downstairs of the building. In the downstairs, you'll be able to see various stages of repair and disrepair as we go through this transformation process. As we stop in a few different places along the way, I'll try to explain what I know about the program and what's going to be happening in that space.
This space is the new Averett classroom space, and you'll see how we've taken the existing space that's already classroom type space, and we will be combining that with this. This space is the new Averett classroom space, and you'll see how we've taken the existing space that's already classroom type space, and we will be combining that with this old historic type space to be classroom type space. There'll be a corridor that comes through the center, and this will actually divide into two different classroom spaces for Averett's continuing education program. This space will be shared space, and this space has actually been set apart to have a display of some of the historic parts and pieces of what this building and what the old town used to be in this area. And then this area is the old Dibble conference room, and it'll become a new shared conference room between Averett and the Danville Regional Foundation. This space used to be the tobacco sampling room, and it's been stripped down to its kind of original when it was just warehouse space, to hardwood floors and clean ceiling joists. And this space will get refinished floors and new paint on the walls, and this space will become Danville Regional Foundation's nonprofit incubator space.
Joining me now is Tiffany Franks, the president of Averett University. And Tiffany, a wonderful day, a brand new home here, yes. A new campus. I think you all have named it because this, of course, is familiar to all of our citizens, the old Diamond headquarters, but we've rebranded that, I think.
We have. This is the home of the new Riverview campus at Averett University.
Now, give our viewers a little insight into what will be housed here.
Absolutely. This will house our graduate and professional studies program, all of the offices, classrooms for Southern Virginia. It will house our expanded health science initiative. It will house our graduate programs and education. And we're excited to be able to centralize all of that now into one place.
And I know it will breathe new life into Bridge Street. Of course, we have a lot of new industries that have come on board here recently, but just bringing people down here in the evening hours, daytime hours, just breathing new life into Bridge Street.
We could have leased truly anywhere in Danville, and we said, but by coming here, we can share our students, our faculty, our staff, we can bring them here, and hopefully that will encourage others to be a part of what we're doing. And this is such a distinct area of Danville, and it's clearly an area on the move, and we want to help contribute to its success.
That was one of the main reasons why you all chose this building, because you wanted to be a part of the new River District and what's going on here?
Absolutely. It's been something we've been working on for the past almost 2 years. And again, we were very committed to doing everything that we could as a university to spark economic growth, to contribute to opportunities that can be transformative to the region.
Talk a little bit about the partnerships that made this happen. Of course, Averett University always involved in many aspects of our community, and talk about the partnerships that made this happen.
Well, thank you for asking that, because we could not have made this possible without all three organizations investing and collaborating. The city, of course, has just been instrumental through the IDA in purchasing the building. Danville Regional Foundation and Averett University have been truly partners on this project for almost 2 years, and the space was too large for either one of us to have singularly, but by coming together, we were able to make it possible.
And this will give you, obviously, opportunity to expand as well?
Oh, it will, yes. We're not using all of the space,
right.
Certainly. It's a very large building, and this will give us room to continue growing our academic programs. And that feels good, because as we look to the future and know what's going to be happening in the health sciences, we know we have space where we can continue to expand.
And can you talk about the expansion of the health sciences program just for a minute? And that's going to detail your nursing program, right, in partnership with Danville Regional?
Well, what we're doing, Danville Regional Foundation, Danville Regional Medical Center,
right,
and Averett University have partnered, and DRMC will be transitioning their School of Nursing. We're excited to share that we have just hired a chair of nursing education,
great,
and she will be on board beginning this summer, and it's very exciting what we're going to be able to do in that area.
Tiffany, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on the new home, and thank you all for investing in the downtown and the new River District, and we look forward to seeing it growing in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, joining us now is the President and CEO of the Danville Regional Foundation, Carl Stallbar. And Carl, I know this is an exciting day for you all, as you'll be moving into a new home. So.
That's right. That's right. Danville Regional Foundation, as well as the Graduate and Professional Studies program and the new Health Sciences program at Averett, we're all moving down here to 512 Bridge Street to be part of the revitalization of the River District.
And the River District is really a hot topic here in the city now, and I know it's great to see you all's interest, along with Averett's, making this area come alive even more than it already is.
Well, there have been a lot of great investments already been made in this area, and so we're kind of trying to take it to the next level. If the Science Center hadn't done what it had done, if Carrington Pavilion, the community market at the other end, the White Mill, a lot of private businesses along the street, I mean, those are all great things, and there are going to be a couple hundred people a day coming in and out of this building as part of the revitalization.
And I know this is a great location because you want to be a part of the River District, of course, but talk about just the interior of the building and the benefits that it will give to the Regional Foundation once you've made this your home.
Well, one of the things, I've been looking at this building for over 3 years, and when we first looked at the building, it was too big, but through the partnership we can make it happen. This will give us a great space, not only for our offices. We're also going to put in a nonprofit incubator space where we can provide startup space for 2 or 3 nonprofits potentially at a time who are looking for a place with low rent, low overhead, where they can be in their first year or two before they go out and kind of do it on their own. So that's part of what we're trying to create in this, as well as we'll be running our internship program out of here. So that's what we're looking forward to do with.
And of course, a great partnership with Averett and you all with those interns. Maybe some of them will be graduates of Averett and getting their degree from Averett University.
Yeah, we're very hopeful. We're actually in the selection process right now for the upcoming summer class, and we've gotten some great applications from students at Averett. We got 64 applications from 33 different institutions in 17 different states. So it's an exciting time.
And I went to the celebration that you all had last summer with your interns and introduced them to our viewers, and we look forward to doing that again this year because they did some great work for the community last year when they were here.
Yeah, and their work actually continues to, have benefits. We've got 2 or 3 projects underway right now that started with the interns. Our involvement in, for example, the Duke NBA rugby tournament, which is coming up soon, that grows directly out of Monica Motley, who was an intern with us a while ago. So it's a critical part of our work.
Well, Carl, congratulations on your new home, and thank you all for everything you do for our community, and of course with the River District, the grant that you all provided to make that master plan happen. Of course, the individuals will be coming to town here in the next couple of weeks to get things rolling on that master plan. So thank you for all you do for the community.
It's great to be part of the community. Thanks, Mark.
Well, joining me now is Richard Turner, who's the president of the Industrial Development Authority here in the city of Danville. And Mr. Turner, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Delighted.
And Mr. Turner, can you tell our viewers a little bit about the function of the Industrial Development Authority here in the city of Danville?
Okay. The authority is a municipal entity created by the Commonwealth of Virginia that is authorized to do most any type of economic development activity. There are a lot of things in the economic development activities that the cities cannot do because they're not authorized. And that's where the IDA comes into play. We can buy a diamond building, renovate it, and lease it, and whereas the city has great difficulty doing that.
Great. So here with the old Diamond headquarters, about $1 million to purchase the building, then about 1.6 for the renovations?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And tell me about how this will be structured for Averett and the Regional Foundation. You all are going to lease space for them with an option to buy at a certain point?
Yes, they can buy it. They have an option to buy it at any time during the lease for basically what's owed on it. The IDA is really not in business to make money, and very seldom do we ever make any money, which is, that's fine. We don't need to accumulate money.
And I know you all recently purchased the hardware store on Main Street as well, utilizing the same principle here.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think the city is going to wind up helping out with the rehab of that building. But again, the goal of that is to take an old building, rehab it, make it meet all the current building code, and hopefully find us a new tenant that will buy it.
And this project here probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the IDA, because as Averett mentioned, the building was too large, and of course the Regional Foundation mentioned it was too large, and coming up with that upfront money. So really, if it wasn't for the IDA, projects like this may not have happened.
Very well may not have. Right. And like I said, and that's one of the purposes of the IDA, because we can make some things happen that takes a lot of help from the city and the other entities, but we can really occasionally make some great things happen.
And talk about the funding that you all use to purchase these properties. Do you all receive any funds from the city of Danville out of their general fund?
No, we don't get any operating funds. None of the members of the authority. We're all volunteers. Right. Of course, the economic development staff really does all the real work. Mm-hmm. But occasionally the city does help us if we have some unusually large operating expenses. They will help out because we own the Old Belt 1 building down here. And hopefully we'll fill that up one of these days.
Well, Mr. Turner, thank you so much for joining us today and giving our viewers a little bit better explanation on the Industrial Development Authority. And thank you all for all your hard work and making projects like this happen.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it.
That's going to wrap it up for this edition of the City Update. Once again, I would like to thank all of our guests for joining us on this week's show. And once again, we welcome Averett University and the Danville Regional Foundation to the River District in their new home in the Old Diamond headquarters, which they're now coining Riverview. So until next week, have a great day.